What would you do if you could carry 50 times your own weight? What if you could survive pressures that would crush any human? Or have reflexes so fast that time would seem to freeze around you? This sounds like science fiction, but these superpowers exist right now, right beneath your feet. Welcome to the true universe of superheroes, a world where the protagonists have 6 legs, 2 pairs of wings, and a survival story that began 400 million years before us. Today we'll discover how these tiny giants shape our planet and what we can learn from them. If you've ever watched ants working, you've probably witnessed one of the most impressive feats of strength in the animal kingdom. Leafcutter ants can carry leaves 50 times heavier than their own body. For a human, this would be like carrying a compact car over your head while still being able to run. And it's not just the weight. They maintain this effort for hours, covering distances equivalent to a human running a marathon while carrying a vehicle. The secret lies in body design. The exoskeleton functions as an external armor that also serves as an attachment point for muscles. This creates a perfect mechanical lever. The smaller the animal, the greater the relative force it can exert. If the strength of ants is already impressive, the resistance of beetles defies our understanding. The rhinoceros beetle can withstand 850 times its own weight without injury. It's as if a human could bear a 15-story building on their back. This extraordinary resistance isn't just scientific curiosity. It's inspiring engineers to create new structural materials that are lighter and stronger. What makes this natural armor so special is its combination of rigidity and flexibility. Layers of chitin and proteins are organized in structures that distribute impact force more efficiently than our best synthetic materials. In the air, we find another type of superpower. With 4 wings that can be controlled independently, dragonflies have a hunting success rate of 95%. They can hover, fly backward, and change direction instantly, abilities our best drones are still trying to imitate. These aerial predators have existed for over 300 million years and have changed little because their design was already nearly perfect. Their compound eyes process images 10 times faster than humans, making the world appear in slow motion to them. The way dragonflies control their wings has revolutionized our understanding of aerodynamics. We're just beginning to apply these principles in microdrones. Nature has had millions of years to perfect these systems, and we're racing to catch up. 66 million years ago, an asteroid hit Earth with enough force to eliminate 75% of life on the planet, including dinosaurs. The impact caused giant tsunamis, global fires, and a dust cloud that blocked the sun for years. But when the dust settled, who was there? Insects. Cockroaches can withstand radiation 15 times greater than what's lethal to humans. Some insects can survive months without food and weeks without water. Insects emerged about 480 million years ago and survived all 5 major mass extinctions. To put it in perspective, when the first dinosaurs appeared, insects had already existed for more than 250 million years. What makes insects so resilient is their combination of characteristics: short reproductive cycles, adaptability, small size, and simple basic needs. They can evolve quickly to adapt to new conditions. Some insects preserved in 100 million year old amber are almost identical to their modern descendants. From the scorching heat of deserts to the icy depths of the Arctic, insects have colonized virtually every environment on Earth. In the Namibian desert, the fog beetle collects water from the air using its own body as a condenser. In Arctic regions, some species produce antifreeze proteins in their blood, allowing them to survive sub-zero temperatures that would freeze other organisms. Some species live in lakes with acidity similar to battery acid, while others thrive in volcanic hot springs with temperatures that would cook most life forms. This extraordinary capacity for adaptation isn't just impressive, it's a lesson in resilience and specialization. Each species has found its niche, developing unique solutions to seemingly impossible challenges. Imagine dissolving almost your entire body and rebuilding it with a completely different form. The metamorphosis of insects is one of the most impressive processes in nature, a lesson in transformation and rebirth. Inside the cocoon, the caterpillar isn't just growing wings. It practically dissolves into a soup of cells that completely reorganize. It's as if a car disassembled and its parts rearranged to form an airplane. Some insects can even regenerate lost body parts, legs, antennae, and in some cases, even parts of their nervous systems. We study these processes of regeneration and metamorphosis to apply to regenerative medicine. If we understand how insects can reprogram their cells with such precision, we can develop revolutionary treatments for human injuries and degenerative diseases. A bee colony is a masterpiece of cooperation. Each individual has its role, they communicate with precision, and make collective decisions with an efficiency that many companies would envy. In a single hive, up to 60,000 bees work in perfect synchrony without a centralized boss. The queen lays eggs but doesn't give orders. The colony functions through collective intelligence, thousands of individual decisions that together create an almost perfect social organism. Their communication is so sophisticated that they can transmit precise information about the distance, direction, and quality of food sources through a complex dance that other bees interpret. What fascinates me most is how social insect colonies solve complex problems without central command. Technology companies are implementing models inspired by ant colonies to optimize logistics and communication networks. It's what we call swarm intelligence, and it's revolutionizing our approach to collective decision-making. Nature has 3.8 billion years of design experience. Biomimicry studies insects to create revolutionary technologies, from fabrics inspired by spider webs, 5 times stronger than steel, to navigation systems based on bee flight. Butterfly wings have inspired self-cleaning surfaces. Beetle exoskeletons are revolutionizing structural materials. And insect compound eyes influence the design of high-resolution cameras and sensors. Perhaps the greatest compliment we can pay to insects is trying to copy their solutions. After millions of years of testing and refinement, evolution has created designs that our technology is only beginning to understand. When facing a design challenge, I always ask myself, how would nature solve this? Insects are masters of efficiency. They use the minimum material for maximum functionality. This drone we developed has a structure inspired by beetle exoskeletons. It's incredibly light but withstands impacts that would destroy conventional models. When a beetle encounters an obstacle, it doesn't give up. It tries once, twice, 10 times, 100 times. It goes around, climbs, pushes, calls for help if necessary. The perseverance of insects reminds us that size doesn't determine the ability to overcome challenges. After a storm destroys part of their nest, ants don't waste time lamenting. They immediately begin rebuilding, each one doing its small part to restore the whole. There is no impossible for an insect, only problems that haven't been solved yet. There's something deeply inspiring about the resilience of insects. They have no ego, don't worry about past failures. They just persist until finding a solution. In my sessions with patients, I frequently use metaphors based on insects to illustrate how small, consistent actions can overcome large obstacles. In a world where we often feel small in the face of great challenges, insects teach us that being small doesn't mean being insignificant. Each action, however small it may seem, contributes to something greater. Perhaps the true superheroes don't wear capes, but rather wings, antennae, and exoskeletons. While we look to the sky waiting for saviors, billions of tiny heroes work tirelessly beneath our feet, pollinating plants, recycling nutrients, and maintaining the delicate balance that allows our own existence. The next time you encounter an insect, take a moment. Observe. You're not just seeing a small creature. You're witnessing millions of years of evolution, perfect design, and powers that, even with all our technology, we still can't replicate. Who knows what lessons we can still learn from these tiny giants? Perhaps the greatest is the humility to recognize that sometimes the most important creatures for our planet are those we can barely see.